welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup warm-up session.
Yep, warm them up. I'll be back.
Yep, you gotta warm them up, get them ready. Classic Radio Roundup. Classic Radio Roundup, the warm-up session. Oh, man. You gotta warm them up. You gotta test them. This is the time to do it. The Classic Radio Roundup warm-up session, county-wide. County-wide radio.
Test. Warming it up.
Hiya, Renegade.
Hi, Pete.
This thing working?
Oh, yeah, just fine. I'm using the Pete-made inverted V tonight. It seems to receive better than my vertical.
Quality antennas for quality radio operators.
Yep. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah, and it won't corrode neither. I was thinking about it. That thing's made with stainless steel wire.
I didn't notice, but awesome.
Yeah, it'll never corrode. Stainless steel wire.
Well, like I said, I was impressed because I'm using the internal tuner from the radio, and it loads up on this and all the bands up to 40 meters too. So I'm impressed. It's working very well.
Well, that's the intent of that design antenna is it needs a tuner, but it'll load up on all the bands up to its maximum length. But I will say that thing's got to be directional, because I must be off the end of it in a null or something, because you're not as strong to me. But as long as you're happy and can hear everybody, that's all that really matters.
I can barely hear them.
Joker says he can't hardly hear you.
No, I hear you just fine. Your signal is down on this antenna, but I don't have any problem hearing you at all.
Yeah, I don't have any trouble hearing you. But Joker just chimed in, and he seems to have trouble hearing you.
Yeah, buddy.
Show you right.
We'll take care of that problem once I get this 5/8 wave up.
Meanwhile, I'm glad you're using that antenna again and having fun on the high-frequency radio spectrum.
Yeah. I checked out. It's good through 10 through 40 meters. It loads up no problem.
That was the intent of the design.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. Welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup.
Yeah, 27.115 on your AM radio dial.
Is that your JC Penney?
Yes, it is.
Wow, is mine as loud as yours?
I don't know. How loud is mine?
It's pretty loud.
Maybe I should turn it down a little bit then.
What do you say, Wayne?
What's that? I wasn't paying attention.
Is his radio louder than mine?
Key up again, Dave. Yeah, I turned the mic down a little bit. I know this thing's on the tinny side, but it is what it is. No, you sound fine, and you give me like the same signal as Pete has given me. Oh, that's right. You're on the horizontal antenna, aren't you? No, it's not horizontal. It's an inverted V. Well, if it ain't straight up and down, it's horizontal as far as I'm concerned. But yeah. I hear better. I heard Gumby the other night. I couldn't hear him. I can't hear him on his on my vertical antenna, at least the way it is right now. So I'm hearing people better. Are you on the ICOM? Yes, correct. You're giving me an 8.5. So I don't know about this meter compared to others, but I don't think you're any lower than you used to be.
I think that antenna is directional because he seems to be hearing better to the west, but here to the north of him, not doing as well. It's not. I don't have any trouble hearing them. It's just not the same signal.
Well, the horizontal, non-horizontal antenna is very directional. I'm not surprised, but it's working well.
Well, to avoid any ambiguity, we'll just call it the wire antenna.
Yeah. It's odd. It's working as well as it is. That really throws rocks at the other antenna.
Yeah, that other antenna must be regular old shite.
Well, I got half of this Mako 5 base wave installed, put together, so it won't be long before I get that up. You gotta put it up in one piece.
I think he has a better chance of it working proper if he puts it up in one piece.
Yeah, usually antenna like that you don't put together piecemeal on the mast. Although I've seen it, I've done it already where I put the vertical section up and then attach the radials once the antenna's in place. Well, no, I'm gonna pre-assemble it and it'll all go up at once.
Does my radio sound anything like Dave's there, Wayne?
Your signals both sound pretty much the same to me.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about signal or audio.
Yeah. Well, you both have equal audio. Your audio is on fine for both of you.
Is it this radio's bright like his is?
Yes. I don't think you sound bright at all, Pete. I think you got good tone quality.
I'm just wondering if these might not be similar chassis radios.
Maybe. But do you happen to know what PLL's in that thing?
I don't know anything about it other than it's a JC Penney 6221.
Mine is 6214.
Well, they're not that far apart in numbers. Both 40 channel.
Yeah, this is an old one. It doesn't even have an LED channel display. It uses the channel selector numbers.
Oh, that's an early 40 channel. This does have digital display.
Yeah, this is like a 1977 vintage.
And I have channel 9 scan, channel 9 quick button.
Yes, but I have FM.
Yeah, well, it didn't come from the factory with FM.
No, I was way ahead of my time on that.
I assume this is a Cybernet chassis, though.
Well, when I see the video gate and look at the meter, I'll probably be able to tell that. Cybernet chassis use, their meter's pretty distinctive.
And what would be distinct about it?
That's the styling of it.
Well, it's different styling than most Cobra styles.
Cobras are unidens, so yeah, that's another unique style.
I got volume squelch, an RF gain, and a fine tune. It's not a switch. It's an actual kind of potentiometer kind of thing.
Yeah, I put my squelch, if you turn it all the way counterclockwise, it clicks into the PA position, but I reassigned that as a local distance. When I click it into PA, it attenuates the living crap out of the signals.
I didn't even realize that till you said that. But yeah, this has PA. If you turn the squelch counterclockwise, it clicks. I didn't even realize that till you said it.
That's what this has, or had. Now it works like a local distance switch.
Yeah, I'm not used to seeing that. Usually they have a separate switch, but yeah, well, that's how this one's set up.
It originally had noise blanker and noise limiter, two separate switches, but of course that got reassigned too.
Yeah, this has that also. I'm just wondering if these two radios aren't related.
Well, like I said, I'll if I see when I see the meter, I'll tell you if I know for sure it's a Cybernet or not. It probably is.
It's completely unrelated to my previous JC Penney radios.
Yeah, well, those older 23s, those were mostly Hitachi made.
Is that thing got burnished aluminum or some other kind of face?
It's like that brushed fake aluminum stick-on front panel. It's not real aluminum. It's like a stick-on panel, and the bezel is black.
Yeah, this has got that sort of brushed aluminum face with black trim.
Yeah, very similar. Black knobs.
Oh no! I got the brushed aluminum knobs.
Yeah, I got very black knobs.
All my other JC Penney radios have black knobs. This one's aluminum.
Oh, that's the fancy dancy version. You pay $20 more for them aluminum knobs.
My other three JC Penney radios, you look at them and they're all similar. The knobs are the same. The styling is similar. This one is a standalone, different than my other JC Penney radios.
Well, this is a very early 40 channel, so they were probably transitioning over, and they had it somewhat recognizable from the 23s, and then they kind of I guess notched it up a few notches once the 40s came out.
Yeah, it was still peak of the boom around the time these two radios came out.
Oh yeah, CB boom was in full swing in
I would be willing to bet this thing is pre-1980.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. Well, I would hope so. As you know, if it's pre 1980, it probably has in its cybernet. It's probably got an O2A chip in it, which means it can be made to go all over the place. After 1980-ish or so, they started getting stricter about the PLL chips, and it probably has a non-modifiable chip in it. Not that it matters now. Back then, that was like the big criteria, you know, if a radio was any good or not, is how far you can make it go.
Yeah, our demands on these radios change over time.
Yeah, they sure do. You know, extra channels don't mean a darn thing anymore.
Yeah, I want to go to places that I'm not supposed to go. I got plenty of radios that can already do that.
Yeah, if I want to go to places I am supposed to go, I got other radios I can do that with.
Well, that too. Barker and Williamson's got all the A channels, upper channels, lower channels, and then even more channels.
Yeah, in 1954.
And the NC300 will match it.
They're like a pair match made in heaven. Did Parker and Williamson ever make a receiver? I don't know if they ever did.
If they made one, I'm unaware of it. All I know are the 3 transmitters they made, but I'm not aware of any receivers.
Yeah, so you couldn't get a Parker and Williamson pair, so I guess that's the closest thing right there with the National.
Yeah, it has the same exact frequency coverage.
From the same era, so yeah.
The National, though, is expandable to receive 6 meters, 2 meters, and 220.
Oh, wow.
I can't imagine in 1954 there was a whole lot of 220 megahertz AM activity.
No, or well, even 2 meters. That's, you know, 2 meters was like a experimenter's land, you know.
Yeah, so 220 was like working microwaves back then.
Yeah, well, that 420, 430. Yeah, there was some of that going on too, using new Vister tubes and things like that. But yeah, it was advanced tech to get up that high, like kind of like you're into the gigahertz now.
Yeah, you got a 220 AM transmitter in 54. Now you got to find somebody else that has one.
Yeah, right. Good luck with that.
And that was kind of, I don't know when the Yagi antenna came out, but I seem to think that was pre-Yagi antenna even.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yankees have been around for a while. I can remember, even early TV antennas, although most of the really early ones were like those bow tie antennas. And sometimes they were just two element, you know, they had two sideways X antennas. They had the driven element and the reflector. And sometimes you would stack the two of them.
Well, that's what I mean. Back then, there was a whole lot of, dipoles they would stack together and that kind of thing. But I'm not sure when the Yagi became popular. But even if it was around, it wasn't yet popular.
Well, no, you didn't have people with, like half dozen elements or anything like that.
Oh, wow. The Yagi Yuta antenna was invented in 1926.
There you go.
Wow, that's a lot earlier than I thought. It certainly wasn't popular yet.
Well, it depends on who you're talking to, you know. Specifications are subject to change. Terms and conditions may apply. And usually do. Annoying, guys.
Yeah, with no prior written warning or announcements.
All rights are reserved.
Hello, Night Train.
Hello, Pete. Hello, Bagger. Who else is in there? I just signed on. Wayne's in there.
Joker's in there.
Hello, Wayne. I think I doubled with Wayne.
No, Wayne didn't speak up.
Alright, time for work.
He may be off getting a new adult beverage or something.
Roger that.
I heard clicking in a microphone, so I think that's a Roger.
No, I just loaded up a new bowl. Again,
And he got on.
and then he got. Oh no. He was getting down.
And then he got on.
It's for my blood pressure. Yeah, it does help.
Yeah, and it's medically legal in the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they fixed it up for you, Wayne. Well, I don't know about that, but I'll keep watching the news. Yeah.
Video at 11.
Alright, so what's going on? Who's running what? Who's wearing who?
Guess you didn't get the word. It's JC Penney night.
Oh no, I ain't got no JC Penney. Yeah, JC Penney. Are you on the JC Penney too, Bagger? Yes, I am. My 40 channel 6214.
My 40 channel 6221.
Oh, yeah, Train don't have no JC Penney.
I can fix that for you.
I've only got one. I got too many radios around here. I don't need a JC Penney to be added.
That's not a proper statement on Classic Radio Roundup. Never heard anybody in the Classic Radio Roundup ever say they had too many radios. You need to go talk to a psychiatrist.
I gotta seek some help.
Yeah, you need to retract that statement.
Yeah. There's no such thing as too many. Does that kind of talk loud on Classic Radio Roundup?
That, the proper number of radios is one more.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. What's going on, Joker? What was that question? What's happening? I said, is that actually acceptable to be spoken on Classic Radio Roundup, that you have too many radios? I don't know. They just rebuked me for it.
Yeah, you need to be slapped with 13 Roger beats for that kind of talk.
Oh, no. Speaking about Roger beats, where's Doug the Badger? I haven't heard him. You gotta go down channel 6 for 10 minutes. Why, is he on the... was that like a punishment? Yes, that's your punishment.
Oh, I like that even better.
Like on you.
I like that punishment even better. Yeah, to do your penance and sentence is to spend 10 minutes on channel 6.
With only 4 watts. You want to do that with a sandbag. You'll learn the language, though. Yeah, something like that.
I don't know if that's a language I need to learn.
Yeah, I'll pass on that one. This overnight train getting on down. Down getting.
Your punishment is 10 minutes on channel 6 with 4 watts.
Yeah. And no squelch. Or RFG. Alright, train will be back. We'll leave the lights on for you.
That's too funny.
That's just wrong on so many levels.
Let the punishment fit the crime.
I wouldn't even send a whiz band down to Channel 6. Oh, he'd probably like that.
Yeah, for some people, that's not a punishment.
Now, if you're a down-getter at heart now,
Yeah, if you wanted to punish him, you'd have to banish him to Channel 9 and leave him there.
he had to learn Spanish.
So what radio are you on, Train? We never did get the report.
He must still be down on Channel 6.
Did he really go to Channel 6 for punishment?
Now I just feel bad. I feel like that was a little too harsh. It's alright. You'll get over it.
Maybe we should have just sent him to Channel 11 for his first offense.
Yeah, right. The JV toilet bowl. Yeah, the biggest issue I have with 11 is that you can hear it up here. Not all the time. Sometimes you can hear Channel 6 quite a ways away, but 11 usually wipes us out.
Yeah, 11 is the one that's the most annoying because it's closest by.
Yeah, if you got some real splatterbox jockey out there, yeah.
I've seen splatterbox jockeys from Channel 6 get up here.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Thankfully, they're usually on the back end of the beam, so they're not nearly as bad.
All right, well, don't everybody talk at once on the Classic Radio Roundup.
I'm waiting for Train to come back.
Now I feel bad.
The Train report. Yeah, speaking of that, I'll be back. I got a ton of stuff I gotta do this week, so I want to be hopping in and out of the radio room today. I know. You're sneaking off to Channel 6. I know you. Yeah, I'm a few thousand watts short of a transmit for that place. And a few fries short of a Happy Meal, too. Or maybe a few brain cells too high for that channel.
Yeah, and you haven't snipped out all your limiters either, so you're no good there.
Yeah, they would just laugh at me. Man. Who da?
So, JR.
Yeah, that's right. Breaker?
Hey, who's the breaker? Somebody just broke. Who was that masked man?
Maybe his receiver isn't malfunctioning.
There we go. I turned the volume up.
turn down the old volume. You won't hear no one.
That's right. That's right. You know, you gotta figure out how to work these things.
What are you on? Sounds like you're talking out of a shoebox.
I am, I tell you.
All right, just as long as you know what it is that you're doing, then everything's fine.
Yep, I do. I know what I was doing. I knows what I got. 10-4, Roger, Roger.
Oh, I think you should have came down here and done some shopping. I could have hooked you up with something that sounds better than that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he wants to sell that 706. I said, well, I got half a dozen radios. There's got to be something I could trade you for.
No, I'm good. I don't want no old classic. This is old enough, but it's not working. The receiver's really crappy.
Oh, it's working, but it ain't working that well.
What kind of radio is it?
It's a Trinidad 3, actually.
That's a good radio.
That's a good radio. Yeah. It's a good old radio. Beautiful case. Beautiful chassis.
Is that the stock mic with it?
Yes, this is the stock mic.
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
You could probably put a mic wired for Cobra on that, because I believe the wiring's the same. So if you've got like one of them RCI kind of radios or whatever, you know.
RCI 5-pins. I don't think so.
Oh, 5-pin now. That has to be a 4-pin.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just wanted to try it out, see how I like the receiver on it. It's terrible. The receiver's terrible. Terrible, I tell you.
Maybe it just needs an alignment.
Yeah, that's what it needs, alignment. No, the deal is, you sound fine, Pete. You sound great. But anybody with a stronger signal like Dave, he sounds all distorted and overdriven and all that good stuff.
That sounds like an alignment issue to me.
Yeah, like AGC not working.
Well, I did try the tuning cans, but I didn't have no luck. I think something else is going with it. And then it actually gets to a point where you start squealing. if I find somebody is strong enough, they'll start squealing.
Yeah, maybe you got bad electrolytics in there or something.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I just don't want to deal with it. I got another plan.
Oh, breaker.
Go ahead there, breaker.
Oh, you got the flying squirrel here.
Good evening there, flying squirrel. How you doing?
Hello, Rocky. Where's Bullwinkle?
He's looking for a picnic basket.
No, that's Yogi.
Yogi Bear, but okay.
Yeah, Yogi Bear is looking for the picnic basket, and Boo Boo is looking out for Ranger Rick.
Hey, the Ranger.
Hey, Boo Boo.
Don't you worry about the Ranger, Boo Boo. I'm smarter than the average picnic basket thief.
Hey, Papa Louie.
Oh boy, and don't you forget it.
I shall return in a moment.
Okay then.
10-4, Roger. I think Night Train's 10 minutes on Channel 6 is up.
Yeah, really.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we talked for some people to come in out of the woodwork or something there.
Yeah, it's too bad I don't have some project I'm deep in on. I could take this time to pick your brain about something, but I got nothing going on to pick your brain about. Take up the time. Usually when I do, there's a mess of people in here and I can't.
Or there's a mess of people in there and you do, and they all get bored and leave.
It's one or the other. It's always something. Currently, everything is working. Knocking on simulated wood grain vinyl.
Oh, that's a good thing, you know. When you have a whole lot of radios, you're bound to find one or two that work.
Yeah, and it may be a while before I find out the ones who have died since I haven't used them last. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to be using my my boat anchor gear a little bit more often because I like the setup I have right now.
Yeah.
It takes up 3/4 of my desk. I can see why. Well, there's probably a couple of reasons why, but one of the reasons why you didn't have a lot of equipment in the 50s is because you needed a whole lot of room for it. Not only that, it was probably ungodly expensive, but I mean, even if you could afford it, you couldn't get a lot of it anyway because you'd quickly run out of a place to put it.
Yeah. There you go. That's more better.
Side by side takes no less than 42 inches worth of my desk space. Now I hear you, JR.
Yeah, by golly, I thought this might help a tad bit there, you know.
Yeah, now I gotta find my volume control.
Did you put another mic on the Trinidad, or is that just a different radio? Oh, no, Trinidad's off the line. I had that in here. I ran it for, probably 6 hours straight. And just to see if anything would happen different, but it didn't. So it's going to go back out there in the other room. When I get time, I will do my thing. No, I'm on a 2950 there. That's what I'm running tonight. Oh, but that's not a classic. No, but the guy behind the microphone is. Well, yeah, maybe.
I tried to make him a trade, but he wouldn't bite.
Oh, I'm not looking for another radio just to be a radio. I wanted the chassis to that for specific reasons. So I'm not looking just for another. God, I don't have room enough as it is.
Yeah, but you don't have a 42-inch wide radio, so don't talk to me about room.
A 42-inch what?
42-inch wide radio.
Wow, that's quite a wide radio. Why do you need such a wide radio for a narrow voice?
So I could be the big man, big man, big man. it ain't the size of the man, it's the size of his radio.
It's all about the size. Everything's about the size, 10-4.
42 inches wide and 150 to 160 pounds.
Oh, the old, the boat anchor there, huh? Well, that is quite the piece. I gotta give you credit. That is quite the piece. You know what? I didn't see that. Where is that?
Well, now I rearranged it instead of doing it how I had it. I got them side by side, the transmitter and receiver side by side. Takes up 42 inches worth of desk space.
Ah, I see, said the grasshopper. Okay. Well, good. Good deal. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Rearranged it a little bit. Hey, I'll give you credit, man. You make the space for it. You know, somehow you squeeze the space.
Oh yeah, I spent 2 to 3 hours yesterday rearranging the space so I could put it in the space.
Yeah, it is nice to have space, but sometimes I wonder. You know, it's kind of like Japan says, well, we can't go out, we can't go to the left, we can't go to the right, can't go to the front, can't go to the back. I guess we'll have to go up.
I didn't like going up, so I went out.
Yeah, up is not good for anybody, I don't think. That's just not good. Unless you're planning on storing them and pulling them off the rack and using it that way, but I'd much rather just use a couple switch boxes there and use what I want when I want.
That's how I do most of it, not all of it, because I don't have that many switches to box. But certain things got to stay because they're too heavy to be putting up on the shelf and bringing back down.
Oh, I get it. You got as many as you. I mean, you know, geez, oh. I mean, Dave. Now, who has more, you or Dave?
Oh, Dave by far.
What's that?
Amount of radios.
Yeah, I got somewhere around 48. Can you imagine the length of the table for that? Well, they're not all here. I got a lot of them in the closet. Oh, no. Yeah, you can't have radios in the closet. What, do you got, a classy closet? That's right.
Did you see that national receiver at all, Jim?
The one you got off of, what's his name?
Yeah, Ranger.
Yes, I did. You actually showed it to me. You were flipping the knobs and checking the sideband out and all that with it. Yeah, you went over with me. It's pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, I didn't remember if you'd seen it or not. Well, I got it side by side with the B&W now. It looks good.
Ooh, that's even better. Huh. Interesting. You could use that for your receiver if you wanted to.
That's what I am using it for. That's what its job is.
Well, what were you using on it before?
The multi-LMAC is the transmitter. I decided to use the B&W. They look better together.
Yeah, I agree. Good job. It's kind of cool. I like that.
So when you add it up, it's 42 inches of desk space and about 160 pounds worth of radio.
Wow. That's quite a lady there you have, huh?
It's kind of amazing when you think about it, that you got to have that much box and that much space to do the same thing that 706 does, but the 706 actually does more.
Yeah, I get it, but still, it's still fun. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you enjoy going down there and talking to him on that thing and, looking at the deal and all. And so do the other guys that you're talking to, too.
Oh yeah, it's a blast. I love talking on 40 meters with it or 75 or 10 when it's open. I love it. It's a blast. And 40 is where I find myself the most, though. And yeah, it's all good fun. And that receiver is absolutely amazing. It's got some serious sensitivity. I like it.
Yeah, you got the receive amp on it too, and that throws it into another world, man. That thing's wild.
I took the receive amp out of line. It doesn't need it. It's got that much sensitivity. It doesn't need it at all.
You got big ears. You got big ears, fella. Yeah.
I was doing some side-by-side comparisons between my new Yaesu and the National. And the National sensitivity, you got to have the preamp on the Yaesu to get the same sensitivity. I actually run with the thing with the RF gain rolled back a little bit. So it's like I still have preamp left if I want it, but I roll the RF gain back a little bit. I've never had a radio where I felt comfortable rolling the RF gain back and still have good sensitivity. This one does that.
Now, are you using the stock speaker in the receiver, or you got an external? I forget.
It doesn't have a speaker. You got to supply a speaker on these old boat anchors. So I'm using an old Kenwood box speaker.
That's all right. Some of them box speakers can sound pretty good. They got the filtering on them. What else there? We got a couple of odds and ends on tone quality, and switches from one radio to the other. All depends what you got, but anyway, yeah, good deal.
Yeah, mine's not as fancy as all that. Just a Kenwood SP520 speaker. No, nothing but the speaker in a box. But it sounds pretty good.
Do you remember?
Say again?
What impedance is that speaker? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's a 8-ohm speaker.
Oh, okay.
It's the speaker that you would have got with a Kenwood TS520.
Well, I had a speaker box for a Yaesu. I forget which Yaesu. I don't know. I picked it up somewhere. Somehow I got it, but I don't remember. It sounded pretty good. It wasn't bad, but it took up too much room. And actually, I gotta tell you, the 2000, the speakers in the radio sounded better in the speaker box. Good evening, old JR. Hey, good evening, Joker. How you doing, bud? I'm doing okay. Just walked back in the room. Oh, okay. So you were in here before and then popped back out. Yeah, you like doing that, you know. Well, once October hits, I'll be able to spend time in the room again for the full nights. Because pretty much from now until at least September 8th, I'm busy almost every weekend and prepping for every weekend. And then the beginning of September, so actually November 1st I'll be free. That's good. You know, keep you busy, and you know what's nice about that? It keeps you out of trouble. Yeah. Different kind of trouble. I didn't like the way you said that.
Trouble changes with the season.
Yeah, I've been spending all of this week, last couple of weeks, and now this week, because it's happening on Saturday. My father-in-law's getting married, and of course, well, not of course, but he asked me to help with the sound and the production of it, so I'm doing the prep work for that. Oh, nice. He appreciates it, I'm sure. Yeah, good deal. Keeps you busy. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to step down myself for a minute. I got to go out and get my odds and ends here. I got to take care of something. I'll be back in a moment.
Time for station identification on Classic Radio Roundup.
The train is back on the track. It is 8:44.
Oh, we're glad to hear Train is back from his penance on Channel 6.
Actually, man, I
something to eat.
We thought you took the punishment seriously and left.
No, she called for dinner. If anybody wanted to be punished, they should stay on their radios after Mrs. Train called for dinner.
Yeah, that'll get you punishment of the worst kind.
Yeah, an empty plate and hunger in your belly. She don't like the food to cool off.
No, you got to get it while it's hot.
That's right.
We never did find out what radio you're on.
Oh, all right, yeah, I'm on the Courier Royale. That doesn't sound bad.
Ah, that sounds pretty good.
That's the purple and gold one. Remember, the one for Royal Crown? Yeah, that's their like top of the line radio with the extra features in it and new Mister tubes and yeah. It's like what a Panasonic radio could be if they just added a few more things to it. Yeah, and it took me a long time to figure out what the word sensitivity was. They got quieting and sensitivity. I'm like, why don't they just say RF gain and noise limiter? They want to be fancy.
Yeah, it's royal.
They definitely got fancy on me. But anyhow, I just cleaned it up today and put some rubber feet on it. Yeah, that's a problem. Rubber feet tend to disintegrate after a while. Yeah, I put the little higher feet on there to give it more room to breathe, a little air intake.
This meter on this JC Penney is kind of stingy. Like everybody just moves it to somewhere and it stays. You've actually making the thing do forward swing.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, we got that little line that goes between the two of us.
Yeah, that thing's actually making this meter do a little movement. This thing's pretty stiff, but you're moving it.
Paying for. How about that? All right, so how long y'all staying on the JC Penney's?
I'll be on mine till for the duration. It's too much trouble to change radios and move the camera and everything else while I'm doing video gates. Roger?
Yeah, 10-4, I understand. Yeah, I finally got a chance to check out the 40-meter video gate. That worked out pretty well.
That was good fun, that whole 40-meter camping thing. That was good fun.
Yeah. You're done for the day, and you settle down, and you're like, okay, I'm bored now, what do I do? Well, now you got radio. So you can play radio.
Yeah, and when I got up, made my breakfast, drink my coffee, what did I do? I got on 40 meters.
Yeah, Pete, I didn't have an antenna set up for 40 meters, otherwise I could have joined you guys. I should have been prepared, but I just never did that.
Wayne was in there, JR got in there, Dave got in there, who else? Nobody else. Oh, Olaf, he got in there, the Green Dragon.
Olaf got in there?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, wow. And he did so in fine style.
Oh my goodness, did he ever? He was hitting me with like 30 dB over.
So I take it that 40 meters get you longer distances.
Anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania, you could get back to here.
Oh, that's nice.
And my antenna was basically 6 feet off the ground.
Oh, you guys doubled and nobody won.
All right, I'm going to go.
I just said that.
Nope.
I'm doing it with an 8-foot stick on a rain gunner.
And I was doing it with a wire dipole 6 feet off the ground.
I tell you what, Bagger was doing good if he was working off actually pull something off like that.
It was working, and I didn't have anything fancy. 40-meter wire, 6 to 8 feet off the ground.
Roger. I guess that's up there permanently. Is that like one of your spots, or just what? Or did you set that up?
No, I was motorcycle mobile going camping across the state, so it was all at campgrounds, something that I could set up quickly, and it was so versatile, I got to use it as a clothesline.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, after I take my shower, I hung my towel on my antenna.
That's riding in style.
Yep, it was me, my tent, and a radio. 2-wheel mobiling. I could set up everything in just under an hour. You know, the tent, the air mattress, get the bike unloaded, my little cooking kitchen, antenna, radio, power supply. Yep, all in under an hour.
Roger that. So how long is this line, and what do you hook it between? You stick 2 poles in high off the ground. What do you attach it to?
There's a dipole, you know, this the 40-meter dipole. Just I used whatever supports were available, which were trees. Throw my weight up over a branch and haul up the rope. Throw another weight over another branch 30 feet away and haul up the rope, and voila, antenna in the air.
Roger. Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day, train at 40 meters. I like the idea that you can get all over Pennsylvania.
And beyond. I was talking to a station in Vermont one morning, and I was using the AM mode. I wasn't even on sideband. I was on AM.
Mine works great. Yeah, that's good, Wayne, man. That's nice to know.
Oh, yeah. Wayne was stronger than Dave. And both Dave and Wayne were stronger to me out in the campground in middle Pennsylvania than they are to my base station here on this band.
I was really impressed how well 40 meters worked. Yeah, I'm kind of impressed too, because if Dave was working off of a gutter with a vertical, I wouldn't mind having that set up myself.
Just look for a 40-meter ham stick. That's all it is. It's a fiberglass wire wound mobile antenna for 40 meters. That's what he's using.
10-4. Why do that when you could use a Pete-made inverted V? I'm telling you, it works great. I'm talking to you on it right now.
I can make you one if you're interested.
Yeah, Wayne's on the 40-meter antenna right now. Yeah, I hear him. He said that. Let me see your signal, Wayne. All right. Here's the dead key, and with a little audio. I don't know how efficient it is on this frequency, but it tunes up, and my transceiver likes it. Yeah, you give me an 8-pounder, no problem. It's an inverted V, and it's cut for 40 meters. Roger that. So that means it's hooked up to a couple of trees. Correct. Pete came over with his bow and arrow one day, and 5 minutes later, we were hoisting it up in the air. 10-4. Wow, Wayne, and it works on CV. Correct. You're hearing me, right? Yeah, I just wonder, will you hear Goose and 1, 2, 3 and all when they come in? I don't know. I heard Gumby the other night. I couldn't make out what he was saying, but I heard him in there. So that's better than my vertical CB antenna. 10-4. Nobody helped you with that V58? Oh, I'm working on it. I just, I'm a retired guy. I gotta put together the radials next. I got the radial hub on there. I had to use a file to get it to go on, but now it's on. So I just got to build the radials and the vertical element.
Damn, boy.
Yeah, those retired guys, every day is Sunday.
I'm starting to feel a little bit of that myself. Today I laid around, man. I didn't get much of nothing done.
That's where the problem starts. When you start going like, I don't want to do nothing.
That's right, I don't want to do nothing.
It's all downhill from there, brother. All downhill. Thank you, Train.
You're welcome.
Right?
What's going on, JR?
Stay busy. Yeah. Preferably doing something you enjoy, but you got to stay busy.
Yeah, stay busy. And there's a break.
Got that break, though.
Hey, Mr. Fix-It, checking in.
Hello, Mr. Fix-It. Welcome to Classic Radio Roundup Night Train opening the door.
Yeah, you got to stay busy.
Good evening, Mr. Fix-It.
Hello, Mr. Fix-It. Keeping busy's the key.
Well, I'm sitting here talking on the radio, and next to me is my laser. And I make these damn cigar boxes with a laser print on them and sell them. Hey, man, whatever works.
That's right.
Yeah, especially if it keeps you busy, entertained, and puts ching in your pocket.
Hell yeah, I get the boxes for $1 up at Chase. I sell them for $10.
What you do with those boxes? What's your laser?
Well, I put images and designs and logos and stuff on them.
Tell Roger, you got one of those lasers that you program and it does that little beautiful work?
10 Roger?
Nice. My son has one of them, man. He's been making signs and things like that, for people. And, plaques with, like, scriptures and things like that on there.
Oh, yeah.
But then after a while, I guess he kind of lost interest. I haven't seen nothing lately.
Yeah, right now I'm putting a tarot card on a box.
10-4. They got baggers to sandbaggers people in there at night.
My people?
The Puerto Mexicans.
No, that's not my people. I don't speak Spanish.
Well, you gave them their name.
Actually, I don't know if I was the one that coined that term, but, yeah.
Yeah, you introduced it to us.
I think we may have used that term back in the Channel 29 days.
I was going to say, I seem to recall using that back in the 29 days, the Puerto Mexicans.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who first uttered that phrase. It could have been me, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't say who coined it, but I remember using it back then.
Yeah, it's been around a while.
Funny thing is, there very well could be Puerto Ricans, very well could be Cubans. I doubt there's very many Cubans, though.
Give me Mexicans.
No, I know. We call them Puerto Mexicans, but, that's still a, iron-fisted communist country. Can't imagine there's very many CB radios floating around or unauthorized transmissions. There are amateur radio operators there, but I doubt they're running out of band.
Yeah, I doubt it too, but that was just, the point.
No, it rolls off the tongue real easy. But if you analyze it and pull it apart, it doesn't hold water.
Right, Cuban wouldn't fit in there at all. I mean, even Trinidad and St. Lucia and Barbados and Jamaica and Antigua, you hear from them. But you never hear nobody come in and say, you know, working this Cuban station and I just got down. No, Cuban down-getters.
Oh, no, you never hear Cuba on 11 meters, but you'll hear them on the ham bands.
All right, you do hear them on the ham band.
Oh, yeah, I've worked Cuba many times on the ham bands.
All right, yeah, I've never heard Cuba on the Citizens Band. I've heard Australia, Sydney, you know, come in here just as clear. And Bagger and I, we did Scotland together.
Yeah, but they're all free nations. Cuba's communist. You start doing things they don't like, they throw you away and throw the key away.
Yeah, you would have to be careful if you was going to be getting down on 6 in Cuba. You know, you get caught. You might have to go to jail.
Cuba's well within our reach for all that skip. There just ain't nobody doing it because it's not allowed. They're a little bit more strict about things there than other places where things are not allowed.
North Korea.
Yeah, I don't think there's much. The heck, there's not even amateur or barely any amateur radio operators in North Korea.
They probably won't allow it. That guy probably doesn't allow it. Mother doesn't allow it. So I guess we have to change it to Puerto Mexican Colombians. This sounds good when you say Puerto Mexican Cuban, We used to call them Mexicans.
How about Puerto Mexican Nicaraguans? Puerto Mexican Costa Ricans. Yeah, it's already well established. It flows well to change now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's been over 30 years.
It's hard to change 30 years worth of habit.
That's right. You know what puzzles me? Now, my brother lives in Mexico. I was down there. It's all dirt. Where the hell they learn lawn care? They took a correspondence course on the internet. Yeah, you just run the lawnmower.
The rich people down there got grass because they can afford the water. Nobody else can.
Yeah, my brother's got about a 20 by 20 patch. That's pretty elaborate by Mexican standards. It is surrounded by a 15-foot tall steel wall. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. You know, when I was down in Matamoros many years ago, driving through a neighborhood there, and it's basically, for the most part, somewhat run down, but like you go down, you'd be like run down house, and then all of a sudden, there's this big white, thick, 6-inch thick wall going around the property, and inside that big, thick wall, there's this mansion, you know, with manicured lawn and fountain and all this other stuff, and then on the other side, run down house, and then maybe 2 or 3 houses down, there's another big wall, and there's another mansion.
Oh, I thought walls didn't work. What do they got walls for? They don't work.
Yeah, well, the drug lords probably live there. I bet you they work. You try to get in a drug lord's house, I bet you that wall will work.
Yeah, but all the lefties say walls don't work. So why are we building a wall if they don't work? It seems like everybody else that wants to keep someone out got a wall.
I was told there was broken glass embedded in the top of the walls. Way worse than that. Probably got those little razor wires. Yeah, probably got that too. Nancy got a wall.
Yeah, and I wish somebody would call her out on it too. You know, you want all them illegals flooding in here. House them at your place, inside your wall.
NIMBYs, not in my backyard. The taxi is skidding off the edge of the road already.
Well, it all started with a wall.
Yeah, in Mexico. You ever see their southern border? Man, I'll tell you what, you'll get shot crossing that one. Yeah, somehow they did it, because all these imports came from below Mexico and managed to work their way up through. As long as they know they're heading to the States, hell, they'll give them a ride.
Yeah, and then there's plenty of them flying into Tijuana from Asian countries. And then they just walk up to the border from there.
Yeah, Middle Easterners too.
Yeah, it's crazy. I saw video footage of all these identifications of Middle Eastern and Asian countries people, IDs all tossed on the ground on the Mexican side of the border. So they want to cross into the U.S. but they throw away their ID before they get here. Tell me that ain't a little suspicious.
A lot suspicious. All they have to do is say, "Me no hablo, me no hablo."
Asylum, asylum, asylum.
And the only ones asking for asylum are military-aged men.
Yeah, with no families. Go figure.
Yeah, well, you know how it goes.
Yeah, so it goes, so it goes. Things will hopefully change.
That's my retirement plan. I'm going to sneak into Mexico and then sneak back across the border to the United States so I can get everything for free. They play music and everything. Well, you wait till the last Mexican comes up here, and then you just take their country. They're wasting their waterfront anyway. I don't know why they don't just make the whole thing the United States and let them be the soldiers. Or the lawn care guys. I don't know if I'd want them drug lords chopping heads off up here. Now you make it all legal and then they're out of business. You make it legal and put Amazon in charge of it and then they're done. That'd probably work. Where'd you go, Pete? Pete must have slipped away. Hey, you know what countries don't have a drug problem? The ones that execute drug dealers. Yeah. They want to give me a pass, I'll go out and execute a few of them. I lost 2 boys to that shit already. Yikes. Hey, yeah, I know you sound real bright, just so you know it. Bright like a star. Yeah. Yeah, I know this thing's on the tinny side. I guess maybe when I get a little bit of time, I'll increase some capacitor values and put a little more low end in it.
Isn't that shining bright like a diamond?
No, like a star this time. Yeah, because he knows I'm bright. I wanted to use the +3 desk mic on this, but it squeals when I plug it in. I thought I put a relay in there in the audio lead to open it up, but I guess I didn't.
The half-field capacitor.
Yeah. You could put a couple socks over the top of it. That might help. Nah, it squeals on receive. I mean, for now. Some of them bully woolly socks. Some mittens. I'll tell you what, I missed out on a really good deal this week. There was a lady up in Reading, and she was selling an estate. I guess her father passed and all his ham shit. There was about, let's see, 3 radios, old tube ones. I think there was a linear, a dosimeter, and a couple of desk bikes, $150.
That was a marketplace, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I saw that too. There was a couple things I saw on Marketplace the last couple days, not all radio related, and I'm just like, I gotta stop opening Marketplace.
I gotta stop going on eBay, man. I was about a half hour too late.
Yeah, I'm sure that didn't last long. Yeah, I think there was also, did you say tube amplifier?
Yeah, no, tube linear, not a stereo amp.
Yeah, for the Citizen Band, CB radio, what we're talking on. Roger.
Yeah. I don't know how you missed that.
I missed it because I looked at it and I was working. I was like, there's no way I can go do it.
I missed it because my damn Facebook feed doesn't pop up with stuff right away, and like I'll get it like a few hours after it's posted.
Oh, that's a shame. From doing everything I needed to do, and I opened Marketplace and I looked, and Train will understand this one. There was a vintage BMX, 1980s BMX bike on all original, not the best shape, but not the worst shape, very cheap, and I was just like, there's no way I want to make it to go get it.
Oh man, couldn't put no deposit on it, make them hold it, I let them know this is the Joker and I'm on my way.
The problem is, and I've had it happen to me a couple times, especially with the old BMX bikes, somebody who doesn't know what they have, they'll post something, and then I'll message them, like, hey, I'm interested, okay, and then I'll get a message back, and people message them, and like all of a sudden then a bidding war starts.
Yeah. Once you get in a bidding war, I remember when I got my Cobra 2000, it was like the guy opened up the auction. It was like a late Sunday night, and I was browsing, and he said, I will let you be the first one to open this box. It had the original seal and everything on it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not getting in no bidding war with this. I'll just hit the buy it now. Because that's what would have happened. And it would have went up probably anyway. So he said, I will let you be the first one to open this box. And sure enough, man, a brand spanking new Cobra 2000.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's been a few times, like, I'm sitting there at the kitchen table reading the marketplace thing for this BMX bike, and I'm looking on the porch, and I'm like, I have one of these. It'd be awesome to get another one, especially for the price he's asking, but I was just like, I'm not even fighting with it. It was a Sunday, probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, no, not worth my time. Well, it would have been worth my time, but it was a long day already.
Let me ask you, Joker, if you did get it, would it be like something to look at, or maybe like hang from the ceiling, or would you actually attempt to ride it, or just what? What would it be? Would it be more or less like a collectible, or just what?
Well, the one that I have just like that, I still ride. I'll ride it. I ride pretty much everything. There's certain things collectible-wise that I won't use anymore, but most of my bikes I ride. It's funny because we go on, well, we haven't gone on one for a little while, but a bunch of my buddies, we would go on vintage BMX bike rides down at the Oaks trails, the trail down there at Oaks. And the one time my wife wanted to come with, I'm like, all right, I'll ride one of my other old school BMX. You can ride it was a Mongoose. And like 10 feet into the parking lot, she wipes out with it. And I'm just like,
Well, yeah, I think that's nice. They have a Schwinn Stingray ride, but I think it's in California. And they film it and put it on YouTube. After they finish the show, then everybody has the privilege of riding by this long highway that they have, closed off. And they have a cameraman, and they'll film you when you go by, film your bicycle. And I mean, these people are adults. These are not children. These are people who wanted Schwinn Stingrays when they were little boys and couldn't have them.
oh yeah, I 100% know what you're talking about there. I think you could take one of your Stingrays, or an old school 20-inch banana seat bike. So every year, I've never been able to make it down because I'm always busy. But down in Washington D.C., there's an old school BMX, and I think it's old school bike ride that happens every year, and they get I'm not going to say thousands, but they probably get upwards of 1,000 bicycles down there to ride.
Yeah, it's quite a few. I've actually seen some of them shows, like, when I do bicycles, like on YouTube, and everybody will display what they have. Everybody wants to be part of it, so they do a ride at the very end of the show. I'm pretty sure some of that stuff probably goes for sale, swap meet, buy, sell, trade parts and different things like that. But you should see it's like a regular cult following, man.
Oh yeah, I believe me, I completely understand.
I always wanted an apple crate. Yeah, it wasn't even in my dreams, man. Not even in my dreams. Now they're $3,000.
You ever seen a Kawasaki BMX bike?
Yes, I have. Are you talking about the one with the plastic fenders and the fairings?
No, it was a Kawasaki BMX bike with tough wheels. I bought it in 1978. It took me a whole year's worth of paper route to save up the money to buy the thing.
Okay, because I've seen the Kawasaki BMXs, and they have like plastic fenders, and they were mimicking a motorcycle.
No, it didn't have plastic fenders. It had no fenders at all, but it did have a monoshock suspension, and had a beefy, it wasn't even tubular. It was more like oval tube frame. It's a Kawasaki right on it. I think I'm trying to remember what it was, like $300 or $400 freaking dollars back in 1978.
That monoshock was pretty much underneath the seat above the crank, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, yeah, I know those bikes. Nowadays they call them muscle bikes.
I wonder what that thing would go for now, but I had it in 1978. Then when I got my motorcycle license in 1981 or 82, I sold it to buy a motorcycle.
In good condition, you're probably looking $2,000.
Well, Well, I don't know what condition it's in now. I know it was in good condition when I sold it. I only had it 3 years.
Did you ever take it off any sweet jumps?
Oh, heck yeah. I was out jumping everybody. Everybody else was cracking frames because they didn't have suspension. I had the shock. I was the hot kid on the block.
Hey, Joker, is one of these guys in the picture you?
Yeah, I'm the one with the black shirt.
All right, so that was years ago there, right?
Like 2 years ago, maybe. Yeah, I guess 2 years ago.
10-4. Yeah, this is nice, man.
Yeah, it's my 87 Mongoose Decade. I got it out of a little junkyard right near my house here, and I got it for $5.
Did you paint that up, or I mean, this thing looks good. Did you work it over?
I put new tires, chain, and a new seat on it, and that's it. That's how I got it.
Wow. I'll tell you what, that wheel's got a lot of spokes in them, man.
Yeah, I think those are the those trick. That's considered a trick bike, and they came with mag wheels, the 5-spoke mags, or the 48-spoke regular wheels, and those are the 48 spokes. And apparently, those are worth more to have on a bike now than the actual Skyway mags are.
10-4. Yeah, my son put together one. I'm not sure what the name of it was, but one of our outings, he bought it to show everybody. It was part of his memories. And he collected all of the parts online, and everything had to be, it was just as bad as his father, really. Everything had to be period correct, and he put it together. Of course, quite naturally, he couldn't ride with us too much because, we all had the big 27-inch wheels, 700Cs, and it's a little hard to keep up, on a BMX, but it was nice for, display.
Well, if you're going on like that picture I just sent you with the three of us, there was probably all together there was kids there too, because a lot of my friends have kids. There was probably 2 dozen of us riding, and it was nice because it was just leisurely paced down the trail, just fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun, man. I'm gonna send you some. I sent you a link, man, to a crate, an orange crate, man. That thing was $30-something hundred.
Yeah, $3,500. It's pretty sweet, but it's crazy. A buddy of mine, he has his dad's. Well, the dad is my age, which is now that I'm saying this, making the story a little painful to me. But a buddy of mine, he has his dad's, and it's funny because he's a younger kid. We met him through the car shows and stuff because we're friends with his dad. And these people would come up to him, these older guys, and try to snake the bike out from this kid because they thought this kid didn't know what he had. As an original orange crate.
If you could get that to Mr. Fix-It, he should have a look at that.
I've seen him. There's a guy up here in Gilbertsville at the auto parts store. He's a collector, man. He's got barns full of that stuff.
That stuff is worth a lot of money, man. I wouldn't mind having one, but I got other fantasies. Like them Italian road racing bicycles. The hand-built frames.
Yeah, I got a few Schwinn's in the basement. I have one Schwinn Stingray. I think it's a 19... Oh, I have to look at it. I have to refresh my memory. I forget what year it is. But I only have one 20-inch Stingray Schwinn. I have quite a few 26-inch Schwinns.
10-4. Hold on for a moment. I gotta make an adjustment here. Oh, no.
and I ended up trading it for one of them Sears Free Spirit 12 speeds with the ram horn handlebars.
The funny thing about that, I think the ram horn handle, well, no, it was a free. There's a certain model that had the ram horn bars. The bars are worth more than the bike is. But yeah, if you go back in time, yeah, those free spirits are worth almost nothing nowadays.
I had a Stingray with the ram horn handlebars.
Yeah, I had a 1968 Sears 10-speed Stingray with the ram horn handlebars. Mounted a CB radio on them too.
Yeah, I never had a radio on a bike.
Now, when I was 15, I put a 5-channel Johnson hose clamped it to the handlebars. Had two 6-volt lantern batteries in series and a mirror mount trucker antenna clamped to the sissy bar.
Oh, Dave, here's a little tidbit for you.
Yeah.
So you know who my neighbor is, right?
Do I know what?
You know my neighbor, right?
The one near the Chevy dealer?
No, my next door neighbor. Your daughter played softball.
Oh, yeah. I just heard her brother just got drafted by the Houston Astros.
Yeah, I didn't know if you heard that, but yeah, he got drafted by the Astros. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, well, I guess he must have been a better ball player than I remember. Because when my daughter and her their daughter played, he was just a little kid.
Well, the funny thing is, 2 days before he got drafted, I'm sitting in the room I am right now wiring something up, because this is my little workspace for doing little wiring, and I hear something hit the house, and I was like, but it almost sounded like a cat jumping off something. I was like, oh, maybe one of the cats jumped off something, and I had my blinds not fully closed, and I saw a shadow, and I look, and there's his dad in my little flower bed underneath my window here, picking up a baseball. They're pitching in the backyard. And I was like, then I hear he gets drafted. I'm like, oh, he's hitting my windows with baseballs, but he's getting drafted.
Oh, I didn't realize they were like that close to you.
Well, yeah, they're pretty close.
Yeah, they'd have to be able to hit your house with baseballs.
I was gonna say, the addition they built on well, obviously our property's touched, but the addition they built on for the in-law suite is too close to my boundary line, so I had to sign a variance for them. So we're not on top of each other, but they were in the backyard on my side pitching towards my house.
Yeah, they're next door neighbors, you know. I mean, usually you refer to somebody like that's your neighbor as like somebody, in the general vicinity, but they're truly actually your next door neighbors. I didn't realize it.
Oh, yeah, they are literally the next door neighbors. Well, yeah, our properties touch.
That's cool.
You guys got a breaker out there.
Skippy checking in on the, I finally hooked up the Pace radio I have.
What model Pace?
2376B.
Okay. Sounds good.
Is that a crystal controlled radio?
Yeah, it's crystal controlled. This radio I've had for like 4 years and I just never hooked it up.
Yeah, it's off frequency. I had to turn my clarifier to tune you in clearly, but just letting you know.
Clarifier?
Well, my fine tune clarifier just came out, but I had to turn my fine tune to get the hiss out of his transmission.
That's funny. This radio must be really wide because I didn't notice he was off frequency.
For me, it was, had it sitting. It's like brand new.
probably most people won't notice, but you know, your signal's not that strong to me. So I could tell that there was hiss in there, and I hit the fine tune and brought you in clearly.
Gotcha. But yeah, you get to hear it first anyway. So you know what it sounds like. Still got the original microphone and everything. Well, radio is mint condition, but you know, as the non-detachable microphone.
Well, it's working. It sounds good.
Yeah, the receive sounds excellent on it. How does it sound to you, Night Train?
I have a bad noise in my radio right now, and I hear you, but I can't do nothing with it right now. I don't know what this is. Sounds like some type of motor running.
Oh no.
I think it might be something downstairs. I have to go check on it. Right here. All right, there it is. It cleared up. Go ahead.
Hey, good evening there, Night Train. I didn't know if this was the classic radio roundup check-in or I'm past the check-in time. Bassmaster waving a hand.
And Roger, yes, it is classic radio roundup. I'm having trouble with a noise in my receiver. This is something that just popped up only within the past few minutes. It sounds like a motor running or something, so I couldn't figure out who you were.
Maybe you're getting feedback from your hearing aids.
I don't have hearing aids.
Yeah, you sound good. Your audio's good.
Yeah. KLZ 279 or 2.
That's my call letters. I'm sorry, that's Bagger's call letters. You're KSY 2988. Get back to your QSO. Oh, no.
we have a touchdown from Count Olaf.
Wow, he actually made the roundup. It's going to snow tomorrow.
Yeah, I better get out the foul weather gear. The Green Dragon made the classic radio roundup.
No, there's going to be a tornado and a hurricane coming through. Hey, sounds stronger up in Sheffield, PA on 40 meters.
That's right.
I gotta go check and see what this noise is.
Good evening there, Spitfire.
Hello, Bassmaster. Top of the evening to you.
Yeah, full router, man. I thought it was a check-in. I just wanted to make sure I got on. I wanted to talk to you guys. Not all about the check-in, but I like watching going back and listening to myself. But I don't want to sound selfish there, but it's always good to talk to you guys there, 10-4.
Yeah, it's okay. We don't mind selfish. We're all a little selfish in one way or another. We all want to be heard on our CB radios.
Yeah, full router. Yeah, I put the Magnum Raptor back in the truck. That's what I'm using now. That does it sound right?
Yeah, it sounds all right here. It's loud and proud.
Yeah, full router. Wow, I got a little bit of feedback there. And just for you, because I know you love it, the good old classic Roger beep.
Well, the Roger beep's not working, but the echo is.
Classic Roger beep? That's an oxymoron. There you go. There's a Roger beep. There you go, Spitfire.
All right, you got the whole package. You got the echo and you got the Roger beep.
Yeah, 410. Yeah, echo's probably not. No, that's feedback there. Echo's probably not too bad, I would imagine. I only got to crack the hair there.
No, it's not horrible. I can understand what it is you're saying, but it's there.
Yeah, for all right, man. I'm gonna sit back and sandbag a little bit. I want to fire up a cigar and listen to you guys chit chat. I just want to get on and wave a hand. You know who it is? The biggest mud dog sitting in this Chevy pickup truck in the corner of Montgomery County. We got down.
All right, there, Bassmaster. Well, you're on the video gate, so check it out later. Countywide radio at your service.
Countywide, and I'm gone. I'm not going, I'm listening, but you get it.
got quiet.
Yeah, that other guy in there, KSY station, I think he's probably adjusting the volume on his hearing aids.
Yeah, he could be doing that, or maybe he's back down channel 6 because we kind of banished him there for 10 minutes for not having. You can never have too many radios.
Oh my God, is he one of those good buddies down there?
Off to channel 6 you go.
No, that's punishment for making a statement that you can have too many radios.
Oh, wow, I thought you may have found him there, because I've heard him on other channels doing that kind of hand-waving nonsense. All that language that I can't find in that Radio Shack CB lingo book.
Like getting on down. I went downstairs to check and see why it was so much noise in my receiver, but I couldn't find anything.
Well, I have a 64 megahertz signal here that my frequency counter picks up. And I took my little mini, where is it? It's around here somewhere. I have a signal out, a little mini thing, and I could see it very clearly, and I found it. It's coming out of that stupid frequency counter.
But the noise itself coming out of the frequency counter?
My frequency counter varies between 62 and 67 megahertz. I didn't know where it was coming from. I thought it may be coming from the cable TV. And I took my little analyzer here, walked through the house, and I can see it all over the house. I was upstairs here, and it wasn't that strong, and I come down here, and it's getting stronger and stronger, and I found it here in the corner where I'm sitting, and it's coming out of that frequency counter. Turn the frequency counter off, and look at that, it's gone.
That's something. Well, I ended up switching radios twice, and this one here handles it better. Yeah, it might be an IF noise. I don't know, but the sonar handled it better than the high gain, and on the high gain, I couldn't understand Skippy. So, because that high gain is very narrow, it don't want you to be off. Oh yeah, if you're a little off frequency, they'll sound like sideband. You got to turn the fine tuning to get them in. Yeah, and I didn't want to do that, so I just switched to the sonar. Yeah, welcome aboard the sonar. Yeah.
The rain is coming down out here.
Is it really?
It's raining over here in Red Hill there, Train. I don't know about there. I mean, it's raining. It just started. It's white.
I want me some. I want me some of that rain, man. We've been needing it really bad. I had grass seed that I planted that I was out there trying to water before July the 4th so the ground could be green everywhere. Man, I was sprinkling and moving the sprinkler and moving the sprinkler and sprinkling that night and everything. Some of that stuff came up. Man, after the holiday, the sun came and burnt that poor little seed up.
Yeah, that's Mother Nature, man. That's the way it goes. You haven't better hearing me now, Train, over there?
I hear you real well now.
Yeah, poor Ryder. Yeah, I guess you had some interference there, but you sound good over here, man. You sound good as usual there, 10-4.
Roger. Yeah, I actually had to switch. I was doing classic radio roundup on a couple of newer. Well, the one of them is not newer, but the other one was newer, and I was having trouble tuning to different people. I'm thinking, you know what? Let me just switch all together. And I switched to the high gain, and that rascal was so tight it wasn't receiving anything off frequency too well, so I switched to the old faithful sonar, man, and she's doing what she's supposed to do.
Yeah, you give me like 2 swing and 4. You're nice and your audio is nice and crisp. You sound good. You get a little bit of background noise, but I like the way that sounds there, Ryder.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the background noise is. I honestly don't. Other than just fans. I got an air conditioner here and I got a ceiling fan, both to keep me cool.
Yeah, that's what it is. It sounds like your air conditioner. Because your mic level is a little on the hot side.
You know what? I probably should turn the mic down a little bit. What you think?
Just a little.
All right, hold on.
Still sounds alright. I like the sound of fans in the background. Makes you think like you're sitting on a big amplifier.
I remember those days.
Oh yeah, all so well. Yeah, like the nice 747 takeoff sound running in the background.
The sound of a torpedo.
I gotta find a tape. I know I have it. Of Windbreaker and Raggedy Ann scolding me and Jim for talking during base to mobile hour. I gotta find that. I gotta play that for Trey.
You need to find that and bring it over here so I can digitize it and add it to the collection.
Yeah. Actually, Jim just reminded me when I talked to him. He said, you got that tape. And I said, well, I know you would have found it if it's on that, and I know there's one more over here. Yeah, nobody out here. That one's got to get on the website, and I'm going to give Trey a copy of what his KSY 2988 sounds like.
Yeah, there you go. I've got the one recording with Windbreaker on it, talking to Crispy Chick, but, and more would be cool.
Anything old school on tape should definitely be digitized ASAP.
That's right.
Yeah, I like the old conversations, especially when there's people that aren't around anymore. They have recordings of them.
He gave it to us that night. I actually think that was right before. I think that was like a day or two before the famous raggedy fag came out of his mouth because he was not happy.
All right, now you guys got to let me know if this Maj is all right. I might have turned it too low.
No, it's perfect.
It's too low for me, but whatever. Sounds trainy in my room.
Strain approved.
So I guess Red Hill, I would need to put a bigger amplifier in there for you, huh?
No, it sounds good. It's just not loud. I like loud. I mean, before it was too loud, now it's too low, but, opinions are like assholes, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I don't want to have to holler in it. On the same token, I didn't want it, playing the whole house off and all of the air conditioning and the fans and everything running.
You're not low by any standards here. You're right where you normally like to be.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not Helen Keller or anything, so you sound okay to me.
Hey, Roger, all right, I'm going to leave it like this. I think this might be the ticket. I had trouble finding my little screwdriver.
Oh, no.
Ended up using a pair of tweezers.
I'm not going there.
So this train moved your screwdriver, now you got your tweezers, now you both are going to be like, where, what, who touched what?
No, I shouldn't have used the word tweezers.
Oh, man.
Could have been worse, it could have been a Hubble telescope. First thing to go.
That was for working on electronic circuits, the soldering and the hand wire kind of tool kit.
Well, regardless of what it took, you managed to successfully adjust the microphone to a level that suits you.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be overwhelming. In fact, it looks like it's sitting right up around 90 to 100%.
Oh, And that's really where you want it to be. You don't want it to go over. And then you start splattering. And that's no fun. Let's see here. I didn't even check mine now. Yeah, it's, well, I'm only around 60%. How about that?
Was it a pair of golden tweezers?
No, it's the stuff that you work on the hand wire circuit boards. You know, when you're desoldering and on what are the rat's nest type circuit boards where you desolder and take capacitors out and replace them. There's little tools that it's a whole kit really from Radio Shack, and it was new old stock.
Good old Radio Shack. Yeah, that's the next thing I need to get. My dozy crapped out on me. So I'm in the market looking for a good meter. Get a bird.
Yeah, man. So Count Olaf, you got recordings of how I should sound when I use that call sign?
Yep, I do somewhere. Windbag as we called him, and my buddy Jim called his wife Raggedy Fag. Oh my God, I can still hear that. It was one of those classic moments as a kid that you have in your head all the time. You actually see it, you can feel it and touch it. I almost fell out of the chair.
Now, what was Raggedy Fag's real handle?
Raggedy Ann was Raggedy Ann. She would get on about 4 o'clock, and she would announce it was base to mobile hour. That means we were not allowed to be on the radio, even though we were. And many times we'd be out delivering newspapers and had walkie-talkies, and still would bleed them over. They didn't like that. And because her husband was coming from King of Prussia, from the G facility over there, and your friends from Channel 6 were wiping everybody out, and then we'd bleed them over, and they couldn't hear anything, and they couldn't get dinner ready and all this nonsense. They didn't know their husbands were on the way home, and and it was quite interesting at times.
We were on Channel 6.
Yeah, you were later on, but I don't think at that time you were actually on at that point. I think you were somewhere else still. I don't remember where you were. I just remember sitting in his room in the brown wicker chair he had. My feet were up on his bed. And he's yapping, and then he left this thing rip, and I just about fell back, almost smashed my head on the speakers in his room. Oh my God. I don't remember if we were driving yet or not. We were either 14, 15, something like that, maybe 16.
I heard him say it. So I was listening.
How long ago was that?
48 years ago?
Holy shit, that's older than I am. Yeah, this was, this is 40-some years ago. Not quite 50, getting close to it. Oh my God, yeah. I can remember it, man. And after that, it did come out a few times automatically. Came out at Facinda Whitaker's a couple of times when we were bowling. And he made no beans about it. Had to be around 76, 77?
Yep. 76 is probably my guess.
That was 1 year before I was born. Like a reel-to-reel thing, or what? No, it was cassette. I had a Radio Shack cassette recorder, and we both had Radio Shack cassette recorders, and I had that cheap dynamic mic that came with it. I don't remember what Jim had. And they were all sitting right next to the radio all the time because we were waiting for Gerving R, Green Dragon, and Frank, his buddy, to get on. We were recording them all the time. Dave, were you the one telling me that you had a recordable 8-track recorder? Like the cartridge 8-track?
Yeah, I have a Panasonic 8-track recorder sitting about 7 or 8 feet away from me.
Okay, yeah, cartridge, not like the actual reel-to-reel.
Right. 8-track tape cartridge.
I remember we used to tape over the cassette punch-outs so you could record, put a piece of tape over the holes on the top of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. See, I'm old, but I'm not that old like you guys. I remember, recording, like we would do prank phone calls to people, and we'd have a tape deck, and we would tape over the top of the cassettes, cassette tapes.
Did you have the Radio Shack suction cup piece that fit on the handset?
We had one of those at work.
We did call him up quite a bit and record a lot of those conversations, and then we played it back on air when he would be yelling and cursing at us. And yeah, I think that's the tape Dave has that's already on the website.
Yeah. I have to put the updated version there with the extended conversation. Well, I've got this broken up into a bunch of smaller ones, so I'll put the whole thing up.
You gotta upload that stuff to YouTube, man, so we can all hear it. I like listening to the old conversations.
I have most of that on my website.
Yeah, I love the, what's the 901? That's none of your damn business.
It's a 912 to you too.
Yeah, but he was a little bit, obscene on that reply.
Yeah, he made a very racially insensitive comment.
Yeah, he did that quite a bit, especially if you called him after 7 o'clock at night. He was getting upset. Now we were not polite, but he was never nice to us.
Yeah, I wish I had some of the conversations from back in the 90s in Philly when I was on the radio. Some of good, fun battles and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Some good stuff, man. Back in the 70s, we had them all. I only wish I recorded more stuff. I knew a guy that had more tapes, and I should have got it from him before he died. I don't know whatever happened to it all, but it's probably long gone.
Who was that, Puddinhead?
No, Blue Bandit.
Yeah, I know Puddinhead had a few.
He might have, he wasn't big on recording conversations, I don't think. I don't remember him playing too many things.
There's other somebody's on sideband or somebody's keying up with you. Where are you at?
Well, that's entirely possible.
Yeah, there's somebody on sideband too.
Yeah, well, as long as they're not on FM, that would even be worse.
410, yeah, I'm catching that now. I just realized that. And somebody strong on sideband, it sounds like, but whatever.
Sounds like 123 to me.
123's on sideband?
No, this is an AM, but I hear 123 talking to somebody.
You hear me?
Good grief.
Spitfire.
Countywide.
Yeah, that's the Spitfire. You Spitfire. I don't know, I just heard something on my end. I didn't know what it was.
A lot of traffic up this way tonight there, 123, but I hear you out there.
You don't hear me, you mud duck? I'll be in my spot, my location in a minute.
Oh, that's the goose. The goose keeps cutting your lips off.
Yeah, he just woke up too.
Funny, I can't hear Goose. You guys must be having a regular key down.
I hear Goose, I think. Yeah,
I hear 123. He's not too strong, but that's all I hear.
Wayne, see if you can hear those guys. I better go on your bigger radio. Bigger antenna.
Wayne, do you hear Goose or 123?
A bigger something.
He finished his bowl and now he's asleep.
Yeah, I think you're right. We haven't heard from him in a while.
I hear Goose over here.
Last time I heard Wayne, he was finishing or packing a bowl.
Yeah, he might be knocked out.
And then he got high.
No, I'm making an egg sandwich right now. And no, I don't hear them. I can hear them in here, but I couldn't have a conversation with them.
Oh, he had his bowl. Now he's got the munchies.
Yeah, he got the munchies now. He can eat a bear. Yowza.
Hey, Pete, you're
Am I what?
Are you barefooted tonight?
I don't have any shoes on, if that's what you mean.
Is anybody on this channel ever?
He's having trouble hearing people tonight.
Shoes are on. I'm in my truck.
I don't think there's too many people on CB radio anymore at all that run 4-watt radios.
Why? Who's running 4 watts?
I'm only running 2 swinging 4. 2 swinging 4.
Going into what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the distances between everybody, you just can't do it with 4 watts. If we all lived within a half a mile or a mile of each other, we'd be fine. But, 10, 15, 20 miles away, need a little more.
Yeah, back in the day, everybody was in the same neighborhood within a couple of miles at the most. Somebody 5 miles away was DX.
I'm at a 200, 300 foot tower, and 2 4 watts would be all right. Here we go.
Yeah, right. You could get away with a big tower and a huge antenna. Then you didn't need
4 pill Connex.
Yeah, you have a 8-element moonraker or something. You could, and a 200-foot tower, you could get away with 4 watts.
I got 4 watts. Who can hear me? I don't hear you, you're mud duck.
Yeah, I can't hear you either.
I can't hear nobody. Simplistic walkie-talkie. No, honestly, I'm on 4 watts right now.
Is that Joker?
Yeah, that's Joker.
No, he's not. It's not Joker, but he's being a Joker.
No, it's Joker. He's dropped way down.
No, I'm 4 watts right now.
I got a real good copy on you, Joker.
I got a good copy on it, but he's just a lot, sounds like he's all the way in Jersey now.
He's a 4 watt Joker. That's what he is. Yeah, I could send I could do a little video recording of the watt meter, but yeah, this is 4 watts.
Yeah, you sound like you're in Jersey now.
Yeah, you went from a S9 to S3.
He's giving me 9 to swinging 30 over here.
But you guys are close by.
Yeah, they're both over there in Jersey.
I'm in Jersey. I'm like 40 miles west of Jersey.
Oh, you missed the joke, because Joker gave out his location once, and who was it? He said, oh, that's over there by Jersey. So if Bally is near Jersey, I know Red Hill's even closer to Jersey. So you're really there.
That's what you're saying.
No, not Rooster, a Joker.
No, Rooster's the one that said it.
Yeah, Rooster's the one who said it.
Dave got it right. Yeah, Rooster's as close to Jersey as me. I'm surprised.
Joker said, I'm in Valley, and Rooster said, oh, that's near Jersey.
Right down the road. That's what he said, right down the road. Right down the road. I don't know, he's giving me 9 swinging 30, so 4 watts is a lot for Red Hill to freaking Valley or wherever you're at. Yeah. Alright, now I'm back on. Now you're giving me 30.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, no lie. That was everything off.
Oh, I believe it, because you were like a 6.5 on my end.
You know, my JC Penney meter showed him at a 9, he went to a 3.
Mine wasn't that radical. It was just under a 9 down to a 6.
I wonder what would happen if we had a total barefoot night. How many of us would actually be able to communicate?
That's one of the themes for Classic Radio Roundup. We could have, it's a completely barefoot night.
Yeah, how honest would everybody actually be? I think we could do a first hour, 8 to 9 barefoot, and then after 9 we could all pop on the gear and talk.
Well, some of us may not be able to copy one another.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of people that won't be able to hear the others, but there'd be quite a few that could hear each other. But yeah, we'd all be a bunch of grassers to each other.
I don't get anything.
That would be an interesting experiment, just for fun. Maybe for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, for 10 minutes. All right, everybody go to 4 watts.
Yeah, but see, all the base stations would have the advantage then. So like me and other guys running mobiles, it would be hard for you to hear us.
I think I would hear most everybody. My antenna's up pretty high, so I'd probably hear and be able to talk to most.
If you're in a mobile, you have the advantage. You can drive on top of a hill somewhere.
Yeah, I can just drive to in front of everybody's house and then keep going.
Well, I would say that we would start the night, and then, like, let's say 8:15, because it starts at 8. 8:15 to like 8:30, do barefoot, and then after 8:30, we all go back to running our power. I think that would be fun.
So now we need to define this. It's got to be a 4-watt radio. You can't say, "Oh, barefoot," because there's cheating there, especially with these modern definitions of what barefoot is.
Well, classic radio. Is there any classic radio that would put over 4 watts? I know maybe your Burroughs and James radio might, but classic regular CD radio wouldn't on AM, right?
Right.
He makes a good point.
But yeah, I'm just trying to clarify the rules. It has to be a type accepted citizens band radio, 4 watts. Because yeah, you're right. My Bartles and James barefoot is a bit more than 4 watts.
Well, my old 29, I can dial it down to 4 watts.
Yeah, we talking about a barefoot stock radio, man. Nothing added and nothing taken away. Just straight up radio and see what happens.
I don't own any straight up stock radio at all. None, zero.
I'm actually at a disadvantage because I've always backed mine down. Most of mine are putting out either 2.5 to 3 watts.
That's what I was just thinking. Most of the ones I have right now that I've detuned, I'd be putting out 2 watts. But maybe for those 15 minutes, I would be running one of my adjustable radios.
Yeah, I can run my TRC 451. I've got adjustable power on that. I can set it at 4 watts.
That 29, my old 29, I can turn down to like a half a watt, quarter of a watt.
All knobs to the left.
Oh, no.
Maybe for those 15 minutes, it would be transmit only on 4 watts. Doesn't matter if it's modern or classic, but 15 minutes, 4-watt conversations. And maybe not have actual conversations, just do more of like a check-in type of thing, where you say it, get a response, and then move on.
I have a TRC 427 realistic that might do 4 watts. You got 75 watts.
There you go.
4 watts.
We should say 4 watts max. And that way, that'll get the 2-watters, that'll swing to, they'll swing forward anyway.
Yeah, but I'm always on the, my typical classic radio, roundup radio is my TRC 427.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, it's a good radio, man. They're one of the best. I saw a couple of months back, somebody had 2 of them, brand new, unopened and sealed boxes. I was trying to get a hold of them to buy them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite little AM little radios. I really wish they had sideband on them.
I only got 4 watts. I only got 75. Yeah, that's all right. We hear you there, Goose. 75.
Hey, I only ever have 4 watts.
Swings to 75. I can turn all the way down and still go on a swing to 75.
Oh, no.
I'm not doing too much right now, so I'm pretty stocked.
I tell you what, there's a lot of people in there tonight.
Everybody keyed up there on my radio. I hear that.
And there's a lot of people in there tonight.
The floodgates are open.
Yep, I hear Goose, I hear Rooster, I hear Spitfire, Train, and a couple other people. I don't remember.
Here, Rooster, he's not in there.
Yeah, Rooster's not in here tonight.
I thought I heard him.
Oh, you heard us talking about him, but he's not here tonight.
There's no Rooster. No, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of, who am I missing? Who's loud? Who's loud in my radio that I forget his handle all the time? Hey, not you. Joker?
Must be Joker. He's the strongest, dude.
Yeah, Joker. Yeah, Goose keyed up and said me. He sounds good, but he's not as loud as Joker.
I still can't hear you. Not at all.
Goose is pretty strong up here tonight. He's over there in the corner jumping up and down trying to get attention. I hear him.
He's in that southwest corner of the county.
Red Hill. Born and raised. That's where, oh wait, I almost started a Will Smith song, sorry.
He's down in the southeast corner of the county.
What is that? Well, he's in King of Prussia, Goose, I believe, right, Goose?
That would be southeast, not southwest.
Yeah, because they have the county mapped out that way. I look at it on like a regular map. Like I would say, I'm in the corner of the county, but if you're looking at it, I'm in the far, northeast corner of the county, technically. Even though they say it's western Montgomery County, but I guess it's really not.
You're in the what I would call the northwestern part of the county. I'm in the southwestern part of the county. He's in the southeastern part of the county. Yeah, it's candid crooked, but still, that's the case.
I know. That's horseshit, but I get it. When I look at it like, northeast is north and east on a map, not, the county mapped out the way that the state does it.
Either way, he's still in the southeast part of the county.
Yeah. That's where he's at.
Pottstown's the southwest part of the county, so he's not in Pottstown.
To me, Pottstown is the northwest part of the county.
There is no northwest. Unless you're in it, you're the northwest. I'm in the southwest.
Yeah, whatever. You get the idea. I'm just looking at it from a different perspective, I guess.
Well, Pottstown is south of Red Hill, is it not?
It is south, but in the county parameters, if you want to be technical, compass-wise, looking at the county shape on a picture on a map, I'm in the northeast corner of the county, and Pottstown would be on the northwest corner of the county.
That's not at all correct. You're in the northwest part of the county, Pottstown's southwest, King of Prussia is the southeast, and I don't know, some other part down there is in the northeast. Even though it's crooked on the map, it still works out with a compass.
Yeah, but I'm in Chester.
Yeah, Horsham would be northeast, I guess.
Yeah, Horsham would be northeast. Hatboro, Horsham area, that's the northeast. You're in the northwest.
I got you. Did you say you were in Chester County there, Goose? Yes, sir. Chester, what are you in, Chesterbrook? Like Chesterbrook Boulevard? No, he's over there close to Devon.
He's in Devo, or near Devo.
Devon. Yeah, I'm near Devon. Yeah, that's like Chesterbrook Boulevard, I guess. Yeah, King of Prussia, I guess, can be in our line, sort of.
He's close enough to King of Prussia to call it so.
It's like Valley Forge Casino. I think that's almost Chester County.
Valley Forge Music Fair.
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
No, but that's about where he is.
Sweetsford Road.
No. More like, oh man. He's closer to Upper Golf Road.
Okay.
What'd they do with the music fair anyway? What took its place?
That bookstore, what's that called?
Yeah, like whatever. Barnes and Noble or something.
Yeah, that whole shopping, that's a whole shopping center now.
Oh, wow. I haven't been down there forever. Huh, how about that? See what I missed?
Yep. Yeah, you're not missing nothing.
That's just weird.
We're done.
That is. I'd much rather have the music fair.
I saw Bob Skaggs down there.
It's called progress, but, I don't look at it that way.
I see Phil Collins down there.
Yeah, development is not necessarily progress in my eyes.
Yeah, I see Phil Collins and Chicago in that music fair.
Oh, yeah. Where are you at now? 125? You're like blowing smoke up here.
Yeah, I'm in my spot, man. I'm over here behind the IMAX theater.
Yeah, you're giving me just about a 7.
Okay. And that's barefoot. I might be a little bit more than 4 watts, but I got this new power mic. How's this new power mic sound?
This meter of mine must be stingy.
Where's he at? I can barely hear him.
The IMAX in King of Prussia. IMAX Theater, the mall parking lot.
Yeah, Roger. Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I hear you fine, Wayne. I got a lot of noise, dude. But I hear you a little bit, but you're just down on my floor. I hear you, buddy. Oh, who is that? Is that Bassmaster? Yeah, 410. All right, yeah, Bassmaster. Yeah, you are in the northeast corner, man. You are way up in the northeast corner.
That's the northwest corner.
I'm sorry. Same difference. This corner. All right, I'll get my bearings straight.
Hatboro Hatfield is the northeast corner.
Oh, no.
I'll go again. Here we go.
I thought we hashed this out already.
I'm in Jersey.
Spitfire. He's Rand McNally. He knows everything. We got it.
That's right. I'm a walking geography.
I'm in Jersey. Or you're close to it anyway.
I'm in my house. Oh, what goofiness.
Some people didn't pass geography, I guess.
It's all fun and games. Without the fun of games, never mind.
That's okay. Our president thinks Egypt borders Mexico.
It don't?
It could. Wait, no. Oh, no. For the Mexican Egyptians.
Walk like a Mexican. Wait, no, it's walk like an Egyptian. Never mind.
Whoa. Mexican radio.
Is JR out there? I hear JR key up a couple times. Local Moke? Yeah, good evening to you. All right, where's my manners? Mr. JR, I hate to interrupt everybody, but wave a hand, you know who it is. Oh, yeah, Bassmaster. I've been listening there for a while. 10-4. Yeah, good to hear you in there. What's up, old JR? Hey, I hear you. Hello. I hope you hear me. Now we got a problem. I never have problems. They call me Dumbo. I got ears down to my knees. You ain't lying. You got good ears.
Yeah, I got other important anatomy down to my knees.
Yeah. Well, if you had so much, you should have hung it up on that wire. 10-4?
I did. I hung it up to dry.
Fine.
Used my wire as a clothesline.
Speaking of wire, where's Wayne at tonight?
He's making an egg sandwich because he got high.
Because I got high.
Egg sandwich. I wouldn't want to be standing in that trailer for a while.
Wow, it sure did get lively here towards the end of the roundup for sure.
Yeah, no pain or strain. But I'm looking at the time, and it's about that time to pull the plug and say goodnight.
Yep, exactly what I was thinking. Like to keep on going, but tomorrow's another day, and I ain't yet retired. Unlike some people, Wayne. All right, thanks for the fun, all. Video gate will be posted up sometime tomorrow morning. Countywide radio, 7-3 all the way around. Good fun.
Yeah, catch you later, and I'll be out of here myself, and be looking forward to the gate, I guess, whenever you throw it up there.
I guess he left. All right, Dave, Steve, the crew, everybody. I'm out of here as well. Is that what you know? I'm going. We had a good song, indeed. Boy, I couldn't keep up with the conversation. But anyway, catch you guys there. Oh, JR, we 10-7. See ya. Have a good night, old JR. You bumped from someone's head. I mean, actually, you're walking on somebody, I should say.
All right, guys. I wasn't gating tonight. I was just recording, so I'll try to get that up. I got a lot of gates I got to get up there. Just been too busy to do it. So, all right, you guys have a good one. Talk to you later.
Go, JR. Have a good night. Who's going 10-7? Have a good night. That was Joey's Joker. All right, Joker. Catch you next time. JR's gone 10-7 too. All right, JR. All right, Rand McNally. and whoever else is going. I'm out here for a couple of minutes. I'm going 10-7 too. Have a good night, dude, Joker. No, it was Bassmaster just signed off too.
Rand McNally. That's too funny. That's gonna stick.
All right, Goose, man. Always a pleasure on this end. You know who is your friend in Red Hill. Got now. That's right. Mina's Big Bag Connex. That, you two guys are definitely countywide. You guys should have that title because you guys are countywide.
Yeah, I'll be back. I got to do a few things since everybody's signing off. But I will be back. I should be back on the channel probably in the next 15, 20 minutes if anybody's out here. And then if not, talk to you later. Maybe Sunday night.
I'll be out here. All right, Joker. You take care of my friend. By the time you come back, I'll be 10-7. I gotta get up for work. So always a pleasure. Thanks for sticking my needle over here on this end. You know who it is. I'm back quiet.
Roger that, man. Yeah, nice to hear you again. So I'll talk to you in a bit, and Joker will be back.